Come take my hand and see the world around you. The time is right, just let the light surround you. And step by step you feel it coming alive, the feeling deep down inside.
The best memories are made when you take the road less traveled. Visit wanderingbutnotlost.com for some inspiration. Today on Wandering Zen, we are going to the central coast of California, which is really one of my favorite places that I've ever been, quite frankly. It's beautiful.
Monterey Bay?
Monterey Bay is actually exactly where we're going. Our topic today is At Home with the Sea. We are going to do a little virtual wandering through the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Jen, have you ever been there? To the Bay?
I used to live in Marina, California when I was in the Army for 3.5 years.
I know that's true. But you
Monterey,
know,
yes, of course.
Monterey, yes. But have you been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium?
Of course. I lived there for 3.5 years.
Yeah,
Cannery Row. I loved all that area.
So awesome. The Monterey Bay Aquarium was
17-mile drive.
Yeah. It's just beautiful. The whole thing, I just love it. There's nothing that I don't love about Central California. In fact, you know, if I ever had to pick a retirement place, it would be somewhere between San Luis Obispo and Santa Cruz. Those are that would be my area of where I would really, really love to end up someday. Anyway, the Monterey Bay Aquarium opened in October of 1984. And what I love about the Monterey Bay Aquarium, although, you know, most aquariums and most places that are actually taking care of animals and wildlife are there because they're trying to preserve and protect the animals. But there's also an entertainment value to a lot of it. And zoos in particular, and aquariums in particular, earlier on, really were for more entertainment. They were for protection. The Monterey Bay Aquarium was actually built totally on the flip side of that. Its primary mission was always to protect and to preserve and to learn about the animals in the local habitat there in Monterey Bay, which is just a treasure trove of sea life. The Monterey Bay Aquarium had a hard time getting started. But once it kicked off, it was a pretty amazing response that it got almost immediately from locals and then just people coming in and scientists and researchers alike. Well, the reason why I wanted to really talk about it today is, you know, there are so many different places, there's so many different things you can do online to kind of get away while we're all sheltering in place. They have probably the best selection of webcams on their website that I have found anywhere. All in one place. They have the kelp forest. They have a sea otter webcam, one on the sharks, the open sea, the jellyfish. There's a lot of birds in the area too, not just sea life. But so they have just a great collection of webcams, and they're fun to watch anyway. But if you're looking for some meditation time while you're sheltering in place, if you want to get away from the familia for a little bit, have a little moment of zen, a true moment of zen, just click on one of the webcams on the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which, by the way, all of our show notes are, over at wbdlpodcast.com or wanderingabutnotlost.com. I have actually embedded a number of those webcams into our show notes today, but also you can just go right to the website as well. The jellyfish webcam is mesmerizing. Absolutely mesmerizing, and so is the kelp forest as well. When you walk into the aquarium, the kelp forest was one of the first things that they really built, and it was really, many people said it could not be done. How do you replicate a kelp forest in a man-made environment? They didn't think that it could be done in the first place, and it certainly wouldn't be sustainable. But after all these years, it's still there. The aquarium that it's in is huge. It's a 3-story tall aquarium, and they have a huge filtration system that brings the water in from Monterey Bay into the aquarium itself. You could literally sit there and just watch that kelp undulating. I could do it for hours. As a matter of fact, when we went to the aquarium, we did exactly that. We sat right there and just kind of watched that. It's an amazing thing. So I just can't wait to get back up there and go to the aquarium again. It's so funny. It's been a while since we've been there. Actually, it's been over 10 years since we've been there. And it would be neat to get back. There's been a lot of exhibits that have opened up since we were there last time, but it's a fantastic place to go if you're in the area. What are your memories of the aquarium, Gianna? Do you have anything that you look at?
There's that outside part too. There's some cool outside part where you can see the seals and the sea lions. I remember that, and that's pretty cool. But it's the the tanks and being able to go, and for the kids, it's being able to have the little tide pools and so forth. But have you been watching all those? Is that part of what you've been seeing?
Yeah, it's amazing, and they do
Cameras.
they do two feedings twice a day. I think at 11:30 and 1:30, where they feed the sea otters, and I think I don't know if it's penguins. I forget what
The otters are cool in Monterey Bay.
what they're actually feeding, but it's cool. So they have a time where you can go onto the webcam and you actually watch the trainers come in, and it's an area thing, and they talk about it. And I mean, it's really, if you have kids and you want to give them a little bit of a, doing your home teaching, they have some little courses on there that you can go through, and a lot of activities for kids that are, surround the sea life there. So it's a really cool website to go to and really feel like you can kind of get away, and so much to learn. I thought it was great. Laura and I happened to be up in that area on Thanksgiving Day one time, and we were like, what are we going to do for Thanksgiving dinner? And we thought, you know what?
Steak.
Well, that was our plan, but we went to the aquarium and had things. We didn't even go in the aquarium. We went to, they have a really nice restaurant there at the aquarium. We went in and we had full on Thanksgiving dinner at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It was freaking awesome. I mean, that's the weirdest thing. Hey, what do you do for Thanksgiving? Hey, let's go to the aquarium. It was cool. The first time we were at that aquarium years ago, I think it was back in 90 or 91 was the first time we were there. I will never forget this moment. Laura and I say this to this day. There was this tank. I'm not sure if it's still there anymore. That was a round cylinder that kind of went from floor to ceiling, and then the tank was in the middle, and it just had schooling fish in the thing. Hundreds of little tiny fish swimming around. Well, come to find out, they were sardines, and sardines school, and they were swimming almost like a little tornado-y kind of pattern. And it was mesmerizing as well. It was equally as mesmerizing as the kelp undulating. These fish swimming around in a circle was. And then this kid who must have been, I don't know, 10 or 11 years old. We were just staring. It was just two of us. He came up. He stood there in front of that, and he looked up there. He must have stood there for like a minute or two. And then he says, "See you on the pizza, dude." And he turned around and walked away. He wasn't even talking to us. I think we must have laughed for half an hour. It's like, wow, that was really obscure, but very, very funny.
Oh
see you on the pizza, dude. If we ever see a sardine, we always say that.
That's funny.
So anyway, we're going to make this a short Zen today, because the whole purpose of this is really just get to that website, go to those webcams, and make it a part of your routine. Because I'm telling you, if you're having a stressful moment and you go watch one of those webcams, really any webcam of nature can lower your stress level, but go to watch those. It's mesmerizing. And like with everything, it's always different. They have a sea turtle webcam too, which is really cool to see every once in a while a turtle come swimming by. Fascinating stuff. So there's a lot of places you can go, a lot of things you can do to feel like you're getting out, even though you are still sheltering in place.
Okay, but hold on before we close for our show today. For those of you that are watching, okay, on hold on. I really want to be able to show this because I went to the Be Live Cam. I want to be able to see. I went there because I have it pulled up right now, and I am going to, here we go, Cole. I'm going to share it because now I'm super inspired to go see this. So let me show it. So in case you're not seeing here, let's see how it looks a little bit better here. There's no easy way to make it look here. I'll stay with this view, right? So
that's cool. Yeah.
Now so if you're watching the thing here, so what do you think is the best one? The jelly cam?
Jelly cam, or either one of the jelly cams are just.
So there's a jelly cam. There's a coral reef cam.
Yep.
Oh my God, there it is, and here we go. I'm going live on it right now.
Oh
wow!
It's so beautiful.
Oh my God! And
there's music.
There's music.
Yeah, exactly. This was, I think, through YouTube.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have this up in the background.
I'm telling you.
Okay, great tip.
It's a very wonderful thing. So if you're not doing something like this on a daily basis, you need to start. The last couple of weeks we talked about the national parks and gave you a lot of national park webcams to go to. Monterey Bay Aquarium, I think, might have everybody beat. It's they're all beautiful. Go to the kelp forest real quickly if it's on there.
The kelp forest cam. I'm pulling it up the kelp forest camera right now. Let's get. Ooh, what's in here with the kelp?
There's all kinds of fishies in there with.
Oh, look at the big view of the whole. Yeah, this is making me realize of having some memories of being in the aquarium.
Yeah, and by the way, the sardines were right across from the kelp can, because around the kelp exhibit. I remember that. So
Oh, look, it's just zooming in now. Okay. Wow.
Cool.
All right. Well, way cool. All right. So now this is a stay home tip. And let's see what else. You really moon jelly cam. Oh, wait a minute. I saw otters. Can you really see otters?
Yeah,
Sea otters?
I was on this yesterday, and you actually, it's always, whatever animals happen to be going by the cam in a particular time. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh man. Okay.
So right now, see, there's no jellies coming through. So you have to.
But if you just leave it up there, let me go to the sea otter cam. Last one. Sorry, now I'm really obsessed with this. This is brilliant.
Well, that's good.
All right. Oh, there we go. We're out here in the sea otter area. I'm just leave that up. I can see them over there.
Yeah, their sea otter program actually was.
There's two over here playing or just doing their thing. Awesome.
The sea otters that they don't actually release back into the wild for whatever reason, they use as surrogate parents for sea lion or for little sea otter pups that come in. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. But most of their sea otter program is about rescue and re-release and repopulating other areas that have been devoid of sea otters. There's some.
Okay, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this tip. Just shared it here for you all watching.
Well, awesome.
Those of you listening are going to have to go to Monterey. It's just MontereyBayAquarium.org.
That's right. And Jan, thanks for bringing that up. That brought a little life to our story here. So remember, everyone, be forever wandering, not lost. You can stay in, but you can still get out. We're going to get through this together.